Jesus began to speak to them in parables once again. The kingdom of heaven may be compared to a king who gave a feast for his son's wedding. He sent his servants to call those who had been invited, but they would not come. Next he sent some more servants. "Tell those who have been invited," he said, "that I have my banquet all prepared. My oxen and fattened cattle have been slaughtered. Everything is ready. Come to the wedding." But they were not interested. One went off to his farm, another to his business, and the rest seized his servants, maltreated them and killed them. The king was furious. He dispatched his troops, destroyed those murderers, and burned their town. Then he said to his servants, "The wedding is ready, but as those who were invited proved to be unworthy, go to the crossroads in the town and invite everyone you can find to the wedding." So these servants went out onto the roads and collected together everyone they could find, bad and good alike, and the wedding hall was filled with guests. When the king came in to look at the guests, he noticed one man who was not wearing a wedding garment, and he said to him, "How did you get in here, my friend, without a wedding garment?" And the man was silent. Then the king said to the attendants, "Bind him hand and foot and throw him out into the dark, where there will be weeping and grinding of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen." Then the Pharisees went away to work out between them how to trap him in what he said. And they sent their disciples to him, together with the Herodians, to say, "Master, we know that you are an honest man and teach the way of God in an honest way, and that you are not afraid of anyone, because a man's rank means nothing to you. Tell us your opinion then. Is it permissible to pay taxes to Caesar or not?" But Jesus was aware of their malice and replied, "You hypocrites, why do you set this trap for me? Let me see the money you pay the tax with." They handed him a denarius, and he said, "Whose head is this? Whose name?" "Caesar's," they replied. He then said to them, "Very well, give back to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God." This reply took them by surprise, and they left him alone and went away. That day some Sadducees, who deny that there is a resurrection, approached him, and they put this question to him. "Master, Moses said that if a man dies childless, his brother is to marry the widow, his sister-in-law, to raise children for his brother. Now, we had a case involving 7 brothers. The first married and then died without children, leaving his wife to his brother. The same thing happened with the second and third, and so on to the 7th, and then last of all the woman herself died. Now, at the resurrection, to which of those 7 will she be wife, since she had been married to them all?" Jesus answered them, "You are wrong, because you understand neither the Scriptures nor the power of God. For at the resurrection, men and women do not marry. No, they are like the angels in heaven. And as for the resurrection of the dead, have you never read what God himself said to you? 'I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.' God is God, not of the dead, but of the living." And his teaching made a deep impression on the people who heard it. But when the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, they got together, and to disconcert him, one of them put a question. "Master, which is the greatest commandment of the law?" Jesus said, "You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and first commandment. The second resembles it. You must love your neighbour as yourself. On these 2 commandments hang the whole law, and the prophets also." While the Pharisees were gathered round, Jesus put to them this question: "What is your opinion about the Christ? Whose son is he?" "David's," they told him. "Then how is it," he said, "that David, moved by the Spirit, calls him Lord, where he says, 'The Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand, and I will put your enemies under your feet'? If David can call him Lord, then how can he be his son?" Not one could think of anything to say in reply, and from that day no one dared to ask him any further questions.